stuff to build on there?
There was nothing that really surprised me. There's a lot of stuff to build on. You know, usually close football games, they come down to 8 or 9 plays on both sides of the ball, especially in college football where you play. In the pros, it's about 5 or 6 plays because you don't have as many plays, but in college football, you'd say about 8 or 9 plays. So, you know, we turned it over, they didn't turn it over. They converted on third down in the second half on offense. We didn't convert on our offense on third down in the second half. You know, we had chances to break passes up, make interceptions. We had chances to hit guys that were wide open or catch the ball being wide open. We didn't make those plays, and Ohio did. And so, again, there's no excuses to be made there, but we have, in many areas of our football team, a young football team. In other areas, a little bit more of a veteran team. So the veterans need to play better, and the younger guys are going to get better. And again, you know, I don't really want to look back too much, but, you know, Coach Solich has done an excellent job at Ohio. It's his 8th year there. It's his best team, and they came in and did a really good job, especially in the second half. And we've got a lot to build on, a lot of good stuff to build on.
Donnie Collins and Scranton.
Hi, Bill. Another one of the young players that you guys used a lot of on Saturday was Naeem Work, and I was just wondering what you've seen in him that's impressed you so far. He had that big punt block and played a lot of defense.
Yeah, that punt block that he had was just tremendous effort. He just really was all out on that play, and that was really good to see. You know, he's a guy that takes tremendous pride in his playing, and during training camp, he would come and talk to me about how much he knew he could play better, and he's going to really practice hard to be better. And so he's a very, very good young player that's only going to get better with experience, and he's another guy that has a really bright future at Penn State.
Scott Brown in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, hi, Bill. Wondering if there are any plans or at least consideration into playing Paul Jones in Virginia, or right now would you just like to stick with one guy because everyone's getting used to a new offense?
Right now we're going to stick with one guy. Paul's made a lot of improvement, but right now we're going to stick with one guy.
Okay, at this time we'll take questions here in the media room. Ask that you please raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you.
Bill, you have a lot of walk-ons and former walk-ons in key roles. How important is that to kind of send a message to other prospective walk-ons that you may be leaning on them in the future?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's something that we know is going to be important in the next few years, is that walk-on program. And, you know, Matt Lehman, who I was just asked about, is a great example of that. Derek Day, you know, those guys are great examples of guys that, you know, Derek Day, who's played a prominent role also, Matt Lehman. So those are great examples of guys that were walk-ons, and we call them run-ons now. We've changed the name. We don't call them walk-ons anymore. We call them run-ons, and they're guys that have improved so much in their time here at Penn State, and hopefully, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, high school players in the state of Pennsylvania can really look at that and say, you know, here's a place that I've grown up loving and I've always wanted to play at, and here's my opportunity to go play at and potentially earn a scholarship in my time there. So I think there's no doubt that hopefully that resonates with kids in Pennsylvania especially.
What's up with the run-ons? What is the point there?
Well, these guys don't walk on. They don't walk. They run on the field. They sprint on the field. They bust their butt on the field. These guys are not walk-ons. They are run-ons. Now, I know that goes against everybody's term for non-scholarship players over the last 100 years of college football, but that's just our term for them.
Bill, a couple of your guys this morning talked about not being able to sustain their emotions going to the second half last week. Looking back, do you think that was a factor? How do you build on that going forward, I guess?
Yeah, you know, again, that's their opinion, and I obviously have a lot of respect for our players and their opinions. At the end of the day, we've got to go out there and execute better, coach better. We've got to put our players in better positions, and then our players need to go out there and make plays. And we have playmakers that we know are here in this program that are going to play better. And you know, again, I think it's football. It was an emotional day, but it came down to turnovers, third down conversions, and that's what it usually comes down to in close games. So hopefully we'll improve on that this week.
Bill, with Saturday having been your first game as head coach, was there anything that, right here, was there anything that caught you off guard about that experience, or anything specific that you learned from the first game experience as a head coach?
Nothing really caught me off guard. You know, again, it's like you said, it was my first game as a head football coach, and you're gonna, you know, as just with anything, is the more experience you get, hopefully you get better and better. But nothing really caught me off guard. I tried to be as prepared as I could for the football game, whether it was time management or the opponent that we were playing, and so nothing caught me off guard. I was thrilled with the crowd. You know, 100,000 people, and it was a pretty neat moment to run out in front of this crowd, lead the football team on the field, and that was pretty neat.
Bill, you guys had 48 passes and 22 runs on Saturday. Is that kind of what you anticipated it would be against Ohio? Is it what you wanted it to be?
Well, I think I've got to do a better job there. You know, I think we need to be more balanced, and you know, we can run the football. We've got a tough offensive line that I think probably one of the units that played the best on Saturday was our offensive line, if not the unit that did play the best. And you know, we've got to be more balanced, and that starts with me. So yeah, hindsight being 20/20, I'd like to say we would not throw at 50 and run at 20. We'd like to be more balanced.
Bill, how do you think your front seven played on defense, and what are some of the challenges they're going to face against Virginia, especially considering Virginia's size and tackle?
Right. I thought the front seven did certain things very, very well. For instance, I think it's going to be hard to run up inside on us. And Ohio, you know, had a couple runs late in the game, but for the most part, we controlled it tackle to tackle. I think when you're playing an athletic quarterback, you know, that's a quick passer, we've got certain things we can work on with our pass rush and things like that. When we have a chance to bat balls down or make a play, you know, we've got to make those plays. But I thought overall the effort was excellent. I thought the linebackers played hard. I thought they tackled pretty well for the most part. I just think that at the end of the day, it came down to third down, and we've got to stop them on third down. And then offensively, we can help our defense by possessing the ball a little bit more and getting them off the field. So we had, I think, 76 plays on offense, and Ohio had 93 plays on offense. So, you know, we've got to do a better job of keeping our defense off the field.